Hello everyone, I'm Bennett Marcello. This is Joel A. Erickson. We're inside today because it is raining really hard outside. When it rains really hard, Joel's hair product runs down. It's a messy sight. It just beads off my bald head like
Rain-X.
like turtle wax. Yeah. Auburn practice today is the last open viewing media session of the spring. It's the last week of spring. So, but we did see a lot of the hobbled, the injured, no contact jerseys. But I would say the biggest injured player out there is probably Tony Stevens, receiver, because not only was he just not participating, but he was on a scooter today.
Yeah, he's on one of those knee scooters that I guess have kind of sort of taken the place of crutches. But
it's an in thing.
I don't know. Seriously, it just seems like that's what's going on. But anyway, Gus said that he was. It wasn't that big a deal, that he'd be doubtful for Saturday's game. I would say you can probably change that to out. You worry about a guy who's not suited up in practice, any of that stuff. You wonder if it's lingering, if it's a high ankle sprain. Who knows? So I think that's the big one. Some good news though. From one Alex Kozan, who basically confirmed what we've sort of been reporting all spring.
Yeah, his back's okay. He's 100% recovered, but the coaches have been just very, very cautious with pushing him out there. I think the number one thing you keep hearing is that he's really got to work on his run blocking because he hasn't been allowed to go out there and be that physical yet. And that's something the coaches are going to hold off on until the fall, which leads me to believe, despite Gus Malzahn saying they'll discuss it later this week on whether to play him, I don't think Alex Kozan is going to end up playing Saturday because he's got a run block, and they haven't let him do that yet. So why go out there and risk that right away? But he said he's 100% recovered. You know, his injury, he talked a little bit about that today. It was just something that lingered, and then one day it just got so bad that they ended up having to go to surgery. The good news for him is if you know anything about back surgery, is that, especially with a herniated disc, is that he only lost 5% of it during the surgery. It wasn't like he lost half of it. You could lose a lot of it in those surgeries. So that's the good news for him. But really interested to see how he progresses after sitting out a year. But we won't really know until he gets out there and starts run blocking and doing more things in the fall.
There's a chance you don't get to see the full Will Muschamp defense at Bear on Saturday. Carl Lawson has not played in a scrimmage yet. And today, Trey Matthews, Josh Holsey, and Jonathan Jones were either out of practice, or Jonathan Jones has been out of practice all spring, or in orange jerseys. That's Matthews and Holsey. And Tim Irvin, who might be the nickel next year, also probably
been playing with that club on his hand.
Yeah, they're in non-contact. If they keep that, they're still going to have a 1 and a 2 defense, but you're going to be missing, as I just mentioned. You guys know that those are a lot of names that are number one guys. So. A lot of injuries, going to make A-Day a little bit more interesting. Maybe give some young guys a chance to shine.
In the rain, too, possibly.
In the thunder,
shine in the
and
rain.
The lightning.
Yeah.
And if it lightnings, I will go after my record of 9 ice cream sandwiches eaten in one game.
I've seen it do it. It's incredible. We should really film it live and show it.
But we'll cover the injuries, not the ice cream sandwiches, at AL.com.
I want to cover the ice cream sandwiches.
You have to follow Twitter for that.